I did the gyno surgery for $9,000. Now a year and a half later, I have worse gyno than I've ever had. He wants no communication with me. He wants to pretend like the whole thing didn't exist and basically wants me to file for bankruptcy. Is what is this 666 tattoo?
When I say bite the pillow, I'm going in raw. But do 315 incline raw.
I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Congratulations, Mark Plummer.
What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to a little Q&A here. Now, I've seen your guys' comments. You guys have tons of questions. I screenshotted 20 of the questions that you guys have been asking most frequently. I'm going to break it down as short and sweet as I can. I haven't been responding to as many comments as I necessarily wanted to because for whatever reason on prep, my head gets like so conjumbled with negative thoughts that reading some of the negative comments that you guys write actually for some reason ruins my day. Now, I know no one above you is ever bringing you down. It's always the people below you that is trying to make you feel worse. But for whatever reason on prep, it's just a mental mind screw up. And I just want to answer all the personalized questions here. Now, right after this, we are going to train titties. Obviously, the smallest part on my body. Well, I guess my dick would be the smallest part. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to show you guys my current 6.5 week out chest day as well as push some heavy weight. I just want to thank you guys so much for the support of all the sponsorships and the companies that I own for just supporting the journey, tuning into these videos, and for you guys that actually do leave the positive comments for me to wake up every single day and try to be the best version of myself. So I can't thank you guys enough. Let's dive into some questions in no particular order. How to eliminate hardcore stress and feel like myself again. I feel like you are looking at this the wrong way, and I used to look at it too. I wanted a stress-free, drama-free life, but now I've learned, not to the best of my ability, I'm obviously still learning, but to like embrace the stress and not let it define me. Before, when I would get super stressed out, and even on a few of these days, I am not a nice person when things are going wrong, and I'm constantly learning how to be my true self when these chaotic situations happen. I know that I'm trying to achieve something that not a lot of people have an appetite to try to achieve, and doing this is going to make me find myself again. It's going to have me grow as a person. It's going to have me grow intellectually, spiritually, and I do believe that undergoing severe stress is the only way that you can truly find yourself. If you are never challenged and if you never take risks in life, you will never find your true meaning in life. What do you think about running low-dose anabolics year-round versus blasting and cruising? I truly believe that if you're going to do either, blasting and cruising is the way to go. And if you're under the age of 30, blast and come completely off. Obviously, after 30, your test levels start to diminish anyways, so just inject your natural range. But you need to have that fluctuation in order to get as big, as strong, and as jacked and juicy as possible. If you are constantly dieting, eventually you'll hit a plateau, and your body will just hold on to everything for energy. I think anabolics is the same way. If you just run something year-round, eventually you'll just stop getting progress, and that will be your new normal. Best marketing strategy. 2023 is just eyeballs as frequently as possible. The companies that are absolutely dominating are the companies that are getting in front of you the most. With TikTok and Instagram and Spotlight and Shorts, people have the attention span of a walnut. I kid you not, the next time you're on TikTok, ask yourself, what was the fourth last TikTok I saw? And I can guarantee you'll be like, yo, I don't have a clue. The people that are dominating the markets right now are the people that are getting in front of you the most. Because when you need a certain product, you're going to remember the thing that you saw the most, not that one post from 6 months ago that was great. Love you, bro. Keep exposing the industry. I wouldn't consider myself exposing the industry, but with that said, I hope that you guys can see these small sales and manipulation tactics that other people are using, as well as them just having no authenticity or integrity whatsoever. The minute a lot of these people are getting offered bigger brand deals or bigger purses or bigger salaries from companies, all of a sudden, the new company they went with is now the best supplement company that you can take and you need to change to, and it's just getting ridiculous. And obviously, there's going to be a new breed of kids that are bigger, stronger, better looking than us. And obviously, our traction is going to die out. The people that didn't invest in high quality products or businesses or started something themselves that's self-sustainable are going to just end up broke and with absolutely nothing because they just kept going to the next best thing when their traction was high. When their traction isn't there anymore, how do you think these people are going to survive? All the companies won't be paying them. They jumped around never making real relationships, and they've somehow influenced everyone else to do the same. That's kind of why I love what we've built for Acne Attack Skincare so much right now, is because I could remove myself from social media and the company currently is big enough that it will just keep generating money purely from repeat customers, and we still haven't ran any ads. I'm actually looking for somebody that can do all the Google, Instagram, and TikTok ads for the company. And if you want to DM me your portfolio, this is gonna be the first time we've ever run ads because we are scaling this company faster than it's ever scaled, and I'm just gonna take it to the next level. But with that said, it's very easy for these influencers to just straight up lie about things. I could come on here and be, yo, this bar of soap's gonna absolutely change your life. You're never gonna get another breakout. It's not gonna happen. You need to have water intake. You need to have a good pH balance. You need to have a good injection frequency protocol. You need to take panthetic acid to reduce the oil buildup in the actual pore. There's so much more that goes in behind the scenes than these influencers lead on, that I just hope that you guys are also smart enough to tell the difference on, okay, is this person is trying to make a paycheck, or does this person have the best interest in heart? And I think when you dive deep down, most of them don't have your best interest in heart. Don't you worry that you're dramatically shortening your life. Absolutely not. I have made a decision and I decided to not look back, and I do that with every single aspect of my life. Now, you could call me manic all you want, but I would rather go into something full force and give it my absolute all than not go in at all or go in half-ass. And I did that with bodybuilding, I did that with powerlifting, I've done that with business. And if that dramatically shortens my life, or in fact, if I die tonight, I can die happy knowing that I went for it. What I couldn't die with is knowing that I had the opportunity to go for it and I chose not to on the one life that we had. What are your life goals? Wife, kids, ultimate dreams. Love your shit, bro. Huge fan. Thank you so much for the kind words, bro. My life goals is a little bit different than everyone, because when I was 18 to 23, 24, even like last year, I was not in the right mental state of what truly aligned with what I wanted. I was so on this, crazy parties, yacht. Obviously, you guys saw the LA vlogs, you guys saw the parties, you guys saw like a lot of good stuff that was happening in my life at the time. And social media like warped my vision of what I truly wanted. What I truly want is to be alone with my wife, with my dog, with a daughter on a ranch, remote with barely any cell phone reception, and live like the 1950s. Me providing for my family, having a beautiful dynamic between a man and a woman, and raising our child where it can actually be told that you are a girl. And if you come home and say, no, I'm a boy, I'm a they, them, and you say no, and they decide to take your kid now, the way that the world has been morphing for the last 5 years, I think I was too immature to see it, but this is just getting absolutely out of control. And the reason that I work so hard now is to disappear on a ranch with absolutely no one, no social media, no eyeballs, know nothing, because that's what would truly make me happy in this crazy ass world that we're living in. Do you track your workouts? Why or why not? I do not track my workouts during bodybuilding, because bodybuilding is about mind to muscle connection and giving your 100% on that specific day. Some days I have tons of energy to go to the gym. Some days I'm literally dreading and I don't want to go. So if I do 315 for 10 and the next week I'm like, yo, I need to beat that, and then I'm not feeling it as well as I did the week before, then my shoulders are taking over, my triceps, I barely worked my chest, but technically I did more. Did I really do more? Yeah, on paper I did, but for my body I didn't. Now for powerlifting, I obviously track my workouts, because the whole RPE shit is like, no. When you're powerlifting, you have specific numbers to hit each workout, and those are the numbers that you hit no matter what, because those are the numbers you need to hit on the day of the competition. How do you feel with higher test dosages? I upped from 250 to 400 and felt sluggish and unmotivated. This is partly why I'm doing this experiment of last year I only ran less than a gram of stuff. This year I'm doing like 2.5, and eventually you will just have diminishing returns. Your receptors can only handle so much before then your estrogen goes out of control, your prolactin, your progesterone, your blood pressure. Like there's so much that can go wrong at higher dosages that anyone that I've talked to that has ran crazy dosages say, yo, my body looked better at the lower dosages. I looked less toxic. Things were more under control. I wasn't as stressed. So I truly feel it's finding that perfect ratio that you feel the best and running with that. Do people care more about your body or your personality as an influencer? Now, I hate the word influencer because I think it's stupid. No one should be able to influence your life other than you. You should be taking so much information from other people and applying it to your individual circumstances that's how you get the end result. You shouldn't be doing something just because someone else said it was a good idea. That's not the point of life. The point of life is to go out there and do it yourself and learn from that. But with that said, I do feel, or I would hope to feel, that it is your personality. That it is just being unapologetically yourself. But knowing the facts, it's literally what you can manipulate people into believing. And I see it all the time, and I think I can't really say it on this channel or I'll get another strike. But I would rather get 5,000 views a video and be unapologetically myself and say what I believe versus these other people that have completely conformed to what they want you to say and now get 1 million views a video. I would much rather have a smaller audience that truly believes what I believe than have all these fake ass people being you know what. Hi Mark, what would be a good strategy to build from $1,000 net worth to $100,000 within a year? To be honest, in this day and age, $1,000 is not going to get you very far. Even for clothing companies, $1,000 will get you like 20 things. The website's going to cost you $300 alone. Drop shipping is so oversaturated. Real estate costs so much to get into. I would honestly put everything into digital marketing. Spend $1,000 on a camera setup and then your content is unlimited. You can post 10 times a day, you can post 4 times a day, twice a week, and try to find a brand that you love and that you're loyal to and try to build a relationship with them. What's your diet when you cut? Ever go on keto on a cut? A lot of people think, oh, I'm on keto, I'm on no carb. You would actually have to do no carb for like 14 days for your body to start using like ketones or fat for an energy source. So I just prefer doing 3 to 6 days low carb. And then as you know, the more you do low carb for a long period of time, your body will just start holding on to that for energy because it thinks it's about to die. So adding in those refeed days, high carb days, cheat meal, basically tricks your body into being like, okay, no, I'm not starving. So then when you go back down to low days, you continuously lose weight. And this prep, I've been using that a lot. I do 3 to 6 days low and then a high day, and it seems to be working pretty well in terms of leaning me out. Why are you not using insulin with GH? To be honest, I wouldn't even be using the quantity of GH I'm using right now if I wasn't trying to prove a point that like 8 grams of growth hormone is not going to turn me into Nick Walker. I really believe that if your goal is to be an IFBB pro, you should be barely taking any growth hormone and definitely not taking insulin, and only adding that in when you become an IFBB pro. That's just my personal opinion, that these people that are maxing out every single thing they have as an amateur are always going to be shitty ass pros because they have nowhere to go. And 2, I don't have the knowledge about insulin that I would like to have to run it safely. I've never coached somebody that takes insulin. If they come to me and say they want to, I tell them to find a new coach. I just don't believe in the risk versus reward from it, and that's just my personal opinion. Would you consider contacting Stuart McGill, who is a famous back expert living in Canada, with your back problems? My back problems, as much as you want to say, oh, you bailed out of the competition, you're a pussy, but I have an annular tear in my disc. So I have a herniated disc between L4, L5, L5, S1. In between L4 and L5 in that herniated disc, there's a tear that goes across the disc that until calcium forms up and basically calluses over that tear, I'm in extreme pain 24/7. The only thing that relieves that pain right now is an anti-inflammatory, which brings that inflammation down so it hits less on that sciatic nerve. There's no McGill or McKenzie big 3 that I can do that's going to relieve the pain until the actual tear heals, which is unfortunate because it probably means I will never be able to compete at powerlifting at the level I was competing ever again. Where can a guy get some real gear? Do you have to order it from sketchy sites, or do I need to find a plug from the gym when I was like 19? I would always find a plug from the gym, my man. These guys from the gym that sell juice, their whole reputation is based off of selling good quality stuff. Because if they didn't, most of these guys are going to be completely out of business. And most of the time, most of that gym is taking the same thing. So if your gym is filled with these guys that look great, you can assume they're taking the same thing that you're about to take versus buying it off this sketchy ass website from some Chinese dude, probably from Taiwan, running a website that only uses crypto, that you're like, okay, is this even coming? Is this Anavar actually D-ball? Like, if you were selling Anavar that was D-ball in your local gym, people would have a bad reputation of, oh, don't buy it from that guy, or, oh, this guy shit effed me up, that he would be out of business and wouldn't be selling it. So that guy that's been selling juice in your gym for 4+ years, I would trust him 100%. Steroids in Canada are 100% legal to have, but you technically cannot buy or sell them. But in the States, guys, steroids are illegal to possess. Illegal. So from a legal standpoint, do not buy them at all, and I'm not recommending you ever take them because it is against the law. That is just my 2 cents on where I would buy them if I was in your shoes. How to prevent trend cough if possible. From my understanding, trend cough you get when you nick a vein. So for me personally, I can see most of the veins in my shoulders, especially in the morning when I'm super depleted. So when I inject tren, when I did into my shoulders, I would never get trend cough. But if I did my quads or my glutes, I always would. So I would just change up the spot you injected if you always get the trend cough, and see if one place works better from the other. And then on the days that you were to take tren, only hit those areas. Why does it seem like you fail at everything? Is because I post everything. When I started this YouTube journey, I didn't start it for fame or clout or views. I wanted to show everybody that life was fucking shit, man. That I always saw these highlight reels of the best of everything. And if I only posted the things I've succeeded at and the things I've done and kept my life so much more private online, you guys would have a completely different conception of who I am. And I've decided to open up everything. I've told you guys, yo, listen, I tried this, I failed. Yo, I tried this, I got sued. I did the gyno surgery for $9,000. 6 months later, he said that it was just scar tissue. I'm like, no, bro, it's definitely still there. No, we removed the entire gland. Now a year and a half later, I have worse gyno than I've ever had in my entire life, and the gyno surgeon's not really doing anything about it. So now I have to repay to get the gyno surgery done. I spent 6 months researching gyno surgeons and went to one that was the gyno doc. Like, he did several IFBB pros. I was confident in my decision. I even traveled to go get this done, and it all blew up in my face. And that's just the way life works sometimes. I wanted to show you that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The only thing that truly matters is you not giving up. And if there's one thing that you can ever get from my channel, is that the only way that you can fail is if you give up. If you just get up and keep rolling with the punches and keep doing what you're supposed to do, what you know that you can do, eventually it's gonna work out. And if it doesn't, then file for bankruptcy, take $500, go to Mexico, and live on a beach somewhere. What happened with the house that you bought? This is currently a massive lawsuit that I can't speak of. I had to remove some of the YouTube videos because of it. Obviously, I hired a closing lawyer that did completely nothing. I don't know if he was new. I don't know if he just wanted a quick sale to get his $10,000 in closing fees. I have no idea what happened. All I know is shit hit the fan, and he has decided he wants no communication with me. He wants to pretend like the whole thing didn't exist, and basically wants me to file for bankruptcy and completely take the fall for his mistake, which absolutely is not going to happen. He had one job, he didn't complete that job. That's the only thing that I can say about the matter right now. But I can't thank you guys enough with the support of Acne Attack Skincare, NextLevelSubs.net, Gorilla Mind, the hoodies, the online coaching, because without your guys' support, I kid you not, I would have already had to file for bankruptcy with all the legal. I really would have. So I can't thank you guys enough. Do you have any regrets? Absolutely not. I mean, I've made so many mistakes, and I've viewed things in the wrong way. Not necessarily wrong, but in an immature way. And I've learned from that. I feel I've grown from that. And the one thing that I can say is at the time, I've done everything to the best of my ability. And that is the only thing that I can ask for. Because if I've given it my absolute all, I can sleep at night being, you know what, there's nothing more I could have done here. If I did all the research, if I did all the planning, and I did it to the best of my ability, and for whatever reason I got super unlucky and it failed, you know, that's just the way people are. That's just the way business life has gone. And I know not to make that mistake again. If I was making the same mistake over and over and over, then obviously I know that there's something wrong, but everything that I go through is a new problem. And that's how I know that I've never made the same mistake twice. And the more that I keep growing and the more that I keep learning, the better off I'm going to be later in life. And that's what keeps me going. What happened to NobleSubs.net? Obviously, I decided to cut ties with the company because it is illegal to sell research peptides. I just didn't want a part of a physical ownership in the company. So now NextLevelSubs.net, I am the promoter and the sponsored athlete for that company. It is all the exact same products, 98% pure, third-party tested, free shipping on anything over $260, and I've just decided to leave it all up to the big boys. There's companies that dominate the industry. Needed to be the sponsored athlete for the company, and it is still up and running, and you can get all your stuff there with code MARK at checkout. We'll save 10%. And it just keeps things super easy. And the final question before we head off to the gym is, what is this 666 tattoo? All you guys think I'm like satanic and all this. I got this tattoo right after I felt like my life fell apart. Obviously the States didn't plan out the way that I thought it was going to plan out. I ended up getting a few health problems. I had a choice, man. I think every single person in this world has a choice whether they're gonna wake up and be a good person or wake up and be a bad person, which is the devil or the spirit or whatever you want. And I got this as a reminder that every single day you have a choice to be a good person or a bad person. And every single day I'm reminded that no matter what happens, no matter what people do to me, I need to take the high road. I need to control my emotions, and I need to be a good person. And this is kind of what the hourglass with the wings are, is we're running out of time eventually till we fly away and be a spirit. If you guys have learned or take away anything from this channel, whether you want to hate me, whether you want to say anything, I just want you to wake up every day and be the best person that you can be. Don't tear other people down, don't be negative, and just know that it's all gonna work out, because eventually you'll just die. No one's gonna remember you anyways. So just go after your dreams, be a good person in the meantime, and do your best, because it's all that matters. So it's time to eat our pre-workout, head off to the gym, and thank you guys so much for the support.
Pre-workout in our systems, just 1.5 grams of tren. So I like to take the natural route over anything, but today we're training chest. Gonna give you guys a small breakdown of what we're doing first, but I wanted to press some heavy incline barbell today. As you guys know, the upper part of my chest is definitely the weakest body part that I'm currently dealing with. We're gonna keep the elbows flared. We're really gonna get a good stretch. We're not gonna lock it all the way out for the contraction, and we're gonna push some heavy weight. So let's roll some music and let's get it. Typical me, I forgot my lifting straps at home, so when I say bite the pillow, I'm going in raw, but do 315 incline, raw.
Concentrate. There you go.
Just playing with it, baby. 6.5 weeks out. All right, y'all. Go into a machine. We're loading up the weight at the start of this workout because, not gonna lie, with my back injury, I've been training like a bitch. So my chest is a weak body part, and people always say, what builds muscle? Is it low weight? F no. Look at all these people lifting like bitches. They look like absolute shit. They film every set. They're 145 pounds soaking fucking wet. If these guys would focus less on a camera and more about maxing these machines out, I don't know. I think gym culture would be a little different. So shit rolling and let's get it. Has 3 cable crossovers. I like to do them the Sean Ray way. Is like, he would place the weight in here so it takes all my forearms out of the movement, and then I cross them like this. So you can see striates kind of like the top of my chest here, versus when I'm going like this, it's on the more outside. But right now I'm really trying to target this upper chest so I can kind of like fall over. That's also gonna help my gyno a lot, because right now I need to have like more muscle mass. So until I get the gyno surgery again, it will like kind of absorb into my chest. Because I truly believe that most IFBB pros have gyno, but their chest is just so big you can't see it. That gyno pump, you know what I'm saying? Gyno's exploding in my body right now from this chest day and or the 3 grams of substances I'm running. We're wrapping this up with flies. We're really gonna make sure that our pinky has majority of the weight. So we're gonna hold it like this. And Goliath was on this machine before. Just kidding, he's a bitch. Into the dip machine. Obviously you can do those 2 ways. You can just do body weight dips, but I don't like body weight dips because on this machine I can lean a lot more forward, and I'm gonna not extend all the way because I did triceps yesterday, but this part is where I'm working the outer edge of my chest. E-Man's gonna get the fucking angles to show that off the best, so we're gonna do another 3 to 5 sets. These are shorter workouts because I'm training chest 3 times a week. Buy from Acne Attack Skincare, Worried Rage Smell Sauce, themarkplummer.com, Gorilla Mine, Intelligent Shop, nextlevelsteps.net. Send me your social insurance number, and yeah, all right, let's get it. Alright guys, so that wraps up the chest day. I hope you liked that little sick edit. I'm super stoked. I think we're much more ahead of schedule. 6.5 weeks out this year versus 5 weeks out last year. I haven't really looked at the footage yet, but just looking in the mirror, looking at the overall progress and looking at how many calories we're still eating, like we're still doing a high day every 4 to 7 days with anywhere from 500 to 1,000 grams of carbs. My body just seems to be eating it up, and we are still losing weight. Mind you, I still was 220, 221 this morning, but I'm very confident that we can make 197. So that's what we're gonna gun to do. And
Let down our guards, think with our hearts, stare at the stars, we were never apart. Drinking too young, way too much fun, out in the sun.